Welcome to News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery.
Welcome to the West Texas View. I'm Johnny Lou Avery, and this is the second in our series of programs about the Midland Convention and Visitors Bureau that brings a lot of people to this community, a lot more than you're aware of. But they bring sports groups, they bring educational groups, they bring entertainment groups, they bring tourists and family reunions, and just a lot of people into our area that spend money, that buy gas, food, motel and hotel rooms, and just have fun and learn. And so it's my pleasure to give you more information about that through Brenda Kisco, who is the Public Relations Manager for the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Norma Chavez, who is one of the administrative aides and assistants there that really makes things happen. And one of the many things that they have is a wonderful map that they provide for all of the people that are coming into our community. And I want us to meet you before we talk about what we're here to talk about. I want you to tell me a little bit about yourselves, because this is really important that our people get to know you so that when they call you on the phone, they'll know who they're talking to. So Brenda, start with you and tell us a little bit about your background and how you came to be at the Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Well, I actually grew up on a ranch in West Texas outside of San Angelo, and then went to Texas Tech, and so I've always been a West Texas girl. Fell in love with it, and I just sort of happened chance became about my job, but I am very passionate about West Texas. I think that it is a very unique part of the world, and so it makes my job really fun to tell people about our region and about what all the unique things are to do and see here. And
so you have a marketing background and a technology background so that you can do the websites and all of those kinds of things, but you also know what the people need to know to use your services, and that's really an important aspect. And so you've been here for how many years?
About a little under 4 years.
Okay, great. And Norma, let's talk about you.
Well, I'm from El Paso, Texas, and I came here about 26 years ago. So I do really know Midland. And
the Permian Basin.
The Permian Basin, exactly.
You have to know the whole Permian. You have to know all of West Texas to understand how we fit in, don't you?
I love it. It's a beautiful city to bring your when you first get married. That's when I first got married, and I had my kids here, and I loved it from there on. I don't want to go back to El Paso. I want to stay here.
But you'd like for some El Pasoans to come here and visit, wouldn't you?
Yes. Oh, yes, they do.
So you look for all the reasons, and you send them a map, and
right.
You do all of that.
It's a great city to raise your kids here. Great city.
It really is. But it's also one of the things that I hear from people that come here for ball games or things like that, is it's an easy city to navigate. Because you go into a Dallas or a San Antonio and you get lost at every turn.
Right.
Plus the traffic is so heavy that you can't stand it.
No traffic jams.
And so that's something that you promote pretty well, don't you?
Yes, oh we do, always.
And our airport it's such a great asset for our area. It is a really great airport, easy to fly in and out of, serviced by American, Continental, Southwest, and United. And we're right on the interstate. We're exactly halfway between Dallas, Fort Worth, and El Paso. So a lot of like the tour groups that we have coming through, we're like the last, a metropolitan area before you go down to Big Bend region. So a lot of tour groups going down to Big Bend will stop in Midland. So our location is also a great asset for Midland.
And I forgot to mention the senior citizen groups, because since I are one now, I know that is big business. We have leisure time on our hands, and we're always traveling, and so there's lots and lots of those tour buses, aren't there?
We have increased drastically the number of tour buses coming through. So it's fun. We do red carpet welcome receptions for our groups that come through, and they just love it. They want their picture taken on the red carpet, and so as Gilia said last week, we really pride ourselves in our services and our hospitality, and really want to make groups coming feel very welcome here.
And feel at home, because if they know how to get around and where to go. And Norma, what is your primary job?
I'm an administrative assistant,
Uh-huh.
but I do the servicing also, and I do, along with that job, comes the calendar of events, taking care of all the people that come to Midland with the conferences, conventions, and family reunions. We do gift baskets for them. We just go out of our way to entertain them, to have them happy here in Midland.
And you know, if I had to characterize your job, this is what I would say, is that after they do all the planning, you execute it all.
Exactly.
You put it all together, you make sure they've
together.
got their bags and their name tags and their
Right,
maps and all of that
everything.
stuff. And answer any questions that they've got.
Yes,
because
ma'am.
there are always some straggling questions out there.
Yes.
And you are probably just a key person in this office.
For sure.
Because they, when they write back and say thank you, they always
Exactly.
say, tell Norma how valuable
Exactly.
she was.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Exactly.
And so your primary job is not only to get the information out on the websites and through news releases, and because you have to make sure that everybody knows who's coming, and you may have to notify the police because they may need special escorts or something like that.
Right.
Is that right?
Right. I mean, we do, we do our marketing plan at the beginning of the year, and so we do all of our ad buys, and we do a lot of research on where our target markets, how we're going to change that every year. But we do advertising, we do press releases, our website. We also do social media, which is really more and more popular. More and more businesses are doing that nowadays, and it's been a great generation of leads for us. But we have a Facebook page actually for the Midland. It's Midland Visitors Bureau, and we also do Twitter. Midland CVB is our name there, and so that allows us to update our community instantly and stay in touch with our visitors as well. So that's been really fun. And like Norma was saying, you know, we have our online calendar of events, which is very that's just vital to what we do. And on our website, visit midlandtexas.com, you can go and click submit an event, and that's a great way to keep updated on, you know, everything that's going on in our community.
Yeah, and to coordinate, if I were planning a conference, I'd want to know if there were any symphonies or plays or something that we could do after working hours or other things. And that's just wonderful that there's a coordinated calendar. Your problem is sometimes getting all the information into you,
yes.
because churches will forget to tell you if they're having some kind of special deal. But almost every group that comes in has some kind of special request, like maybe a motorcade, or they need limousine service, or some of those others. So you've heard it all, haven't you, when you planned it? We're going to have to take a break, but we've barely scratched the surface of some of the things that you need to know that this wonderful group is available for your use and your group's use. So we'll be back after the break and continue this conversation with Brenda Kisco and Norma Chavez.
Stay tuned. West Texas View will be right back.